Hey everybody, how you doing? As you know, the NFL draft has been canceled, at least in its actual form in Las Vegas. Um, a number of events, public events that were to take place, are not going to happen, very sadly. And there's talk of having a NFL draft using social media and other uh, online ways of reporting and ostensibly connecting. And I was thinking about it. You know, what's lost is the ability of Las Vegas hotels, sponsors, uh, and so on to really gain their visible presence because there's no draft to have that allows them to, have a visible presence, right? So I started thinking about it, and I remembered some an event I participated in. It was more of a presentation at TechCrunch Disrupt in San Francisco. You would say, "What's TechCrunch Disrupt?" Well, TechCrunch is a blog that was started by Michael Arrington in 2005. It was really the first to cover startups almost exclusively, and um, from that, because Michael learned so much inside information about startups, he was able to suggest to other would-be investors which startups should be funded and which ones should not. And so as a result, he created these events, uh, both to help pay for the people that worked on his blog and then also to just to grow his media company. But people started paying top dollar to present at these events because they knew that the top investors were going to be there. If not, people featured like John Doerr as focused guests with Michael on his what are called fireside chats. But I digress. One of those startups, in fact, the startup that actually won that year, had a presentation that I was in because my friend uh, Sir Austin was one of the people involved in the original formation of Second Life. So you would say, what is Second Life? In fact, that video was Zenny62 on YouTube. I'm not going to play it for you right now. I'm going to get to the point. Uh, I want you to see something, and I want you to just imagine this, what I'm about to show you. Uh, if you remember, the NFL draft um, had locations mapped out, announced by the National Football League and the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. And this was one of the stages. Remember this setup for the draft here? Okay, this one. This was to be at the Bellagio fountain. Well, what if you could actually be at the Bellagio fountain in something like this? This is Second Life, and that's me. This is active right now. This is me. I didn't design that avatar, but if I click down this down here, see what happens. I move forward. All right. Imagine that's a casino, right? Imagine that I'm walking into this casino ballroom for an NFL draft event. Now I don't quite know what I'm moving around to. I've got people I can talk to, everything else. But see, this environment was pre-designed, and this presentation is really off the top of my head. I'm just offering a think piece, but you can. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump into you there. Oh, so much for so much for 6 feet. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Okay. This is giving me instructions. Walk up the stairs and then to the walk to the bridge. Okay. And there goes that person. Now imagine this being a kind of a virtual queue of fans that would go in, right? And then the media press would have their area. And you could pretty much maneuver around this virtual NFL draft, much like what Peter O'Reilly had in mind when he set it up, expressed in this video. Okay. And this is the press release that O'Reilly put out to talk about it, but I digress. Well, my point is, the real benefit of this would be that the league could actually go back and, I'm going to type Las Vegas Strip, and actually, I think I'll go to Review Journal, because Review Journal, and give life to the Las Vegas Strip in this virtual world that exists here in the real life. Okay. And actually recreate the draft. And actually recreate the draft as it looks or would look in Las Vegas, but do so here. Now, as to how long it would take to create this virtual world, that's up to the minders at Second Life, working with the National Football League, led by the commissioner and Peter O'Reilly. But I really believe this would signal an exciting future for National Football League events. It would give the events a reach that they have never experienced before, and open up sponsor possibilities. For example, imagine this being the hotels that are owned by MGM Resorts, Caesars Entertainment, two of the key sponsors for the Raiders Stadium. I think you have to get the idea, And so the whole point of this is to allow the creation of this, not just the environment, but also, see, this says world, right here. If I press on world, it says landmark this place that have destinations that I can go. What's hot, right? Skill gaming region here. Arctic Outpost. You can teleport. It's asking if I want to teleport to North Farming, and I'm saying sure. All right, so I'm being teleported to another place, and there I am, right? See that? Okay. It says, please observe our rules. No particle poofers, lights, no public, all that stuff. And I say, I agree. All right. Okay. All right. And there are 23 people here. You see the room? Let's click this out of the way and get a look. See that? I have no idea who else is around. I just know it's a room, right? And they're all saying hi to me, saying hiya, right? Okay. Really something, huh? I mean, can you imagine this in a league setting, right? I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just, but if I had, see, there's the party over there. See that? See this over here? This is Hotline and Brews. All right. And they are having conversations and things are going on over here. Okay. All right. So something's going on. So I'm clicking around and trying to click and go over here. All right. This is a little not quite my speed. So teleport failed. All right. And I don't know what they're doing. It's a meet lion. There's Samantha Erickson. Hi, Samantha's cute. Let's check out the other worlds to go to. Destinations. Clinton Forge. I'm teleporting my way out of here. Sorry. Okay. So you're getting the idea, right? Oh my goodness. Trying to tell it says, yeah. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. But they're not letting me teleport out. Okay. So anyway, you get the idea. This could be more directed toward, and I think someone will have to really sit down and think this through, because you've got different areas. I'm quitting. Different areas in the NFL draft you can go to, and this can be as broad as the planning, imagination, and budget uh, of the league would allow. But the idea is that a person would be able to walk into this virtual world of the draft. The players would have their own entryway. Media has their own, fans and public fans have their own, so that you can have Selection Square. You can have the red carpet, and you can have the media virtually interviewing the players. Everybody would have their avatar. Like, for example, Joe Burrow would have his avatar, wear his suit. You could have a suit game, right? But in the virtual world. And you could achieve pretty much the same type of objectives in terms of allowing the players to express their personality, but in a virtual world. And you could have interviews, put them out up on a podium and turn on the mic. And not only are they in a room with the media, and you design so the media can ask the questions, right? But others can observe the answers. And maybe if they don't want to hear one person, just like at the NFL draft, you have one player, let's say Burrow's drafted first by the Cincinnati Bengals, and then the Washington Redskins right behind decide they're going to take Tua. And so Tua's in another room, so you can go to another room, right? This virtual world that is offered by Second Life opens up a huge number of possibilities for the revival of the NFL draft. And it provides a home, a place to be. And you can have a lot of fun with a broadcaster. ESPN could actually, and should actually, I think, in the NFL Network play a gigantic role in designing these worlds for actual broadcast, right? I really believe the league, this is something the league should take more than a passing look at, no pun intended, because right now, to me, it seems like it's undefined how this draft is going to take shape and what it's going to look like. Yet, we're in a wonderful world of media technology possibilities that the league has never before explored. And I've been in, okay? In fact, I think it's appropriate now for me to actually call up that Second Life presentation that I was in, and so you can get an idea from the original founders of Second Life what this is and what they were trying to do at the time, and what was achieved. And so we've got, let's see here, making sure that I'm able to go to the right place here, so that you can see what I'm talking about, and I can show it to you. Here we go. Okay, this is what I'm about to show you right now. Here, it's this where it reads. See, it says TechCrunch disrupts Shaker adds real color to tech, and Shaker was what actually gave rise to Second Life. Okay, so it was. Let's see here. and that was in this. Let's see here. Let me this up. This is a bit long, but
actually I'm going to be an extra. Right?
Awesome. Yes, that's right.
Oh, yeah. You guys launched something called Shaker.com.
We had a private
Right
page
there.
Israel
And it's the Experience Revolution Online. My friend Sarah Zaval, that's her boyfriend, and they said, hey, we need extra. Actually, need some color. Kind of colored her. So I said, willing and able to do it.
let me go back here and show you what's
My
going
friend Sarah
on
Zaval, that's her boyfriend, and they
right here. Okay, see, it was originally called Shaker, and the idea with Shaker is you go into this virtual world like the one that I showed you. This became Second Life, and have virtual hangout with nightclubs. This is originally on Facebook. This is a type of Facebook this is a type of Facebook excuse me for stuttering. A Facebook page, and I'm making sure that, excuse me for a moment, making sure that this is visible, but I'm just making some adjustments here. Bear with me for one moment. There we go. Okay, now, all right. Still trying to make that. There we go. Okay, right. So this was
it's the Experience Revolution Online. My friend Sarah Zaval, that's her boyfriend, and they said, hey, we need extra. Actually, need some color. Kind of colored her. So I said, willing and able to do it. There we go.
I think the lights. You see that it's a lit it, but I think someone else will do it before. Okay.
This is a unique view because I'm going to be in this presentation, and then at the same time I'm covering this thing. Not bad. All right, got the wine, and we're ready to go, I think. So, you ready? You ready?
Drink your wine.
Ladies, you ready? Oh, okay.
Because we only have one glass. I give it to Zenny now, but I want Chris to have the other one because Hermione and him are going to go cheers.
So you want me to empty this?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And then I want you to give it to Chris.
It's on.
Don't be wasted up, Zenny.
So you want me to give it to Chris on stage? Is that it?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I'm already wasted.
Don't get crazy.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna pour another glass of wine for me. So, yeah. What happened?
Okay. It's empty, but I can't get more wine because the bottles are already on the stage.
Oh, bummer.
Okay. Chris, unfortunately, we have to do it.
Ladies, you ready? Yeah.
talk about a pregnant pause.
Cheers. I sent it to you. I think I should do a face. Cheers, guys. You should drink.
We all know real life you know that's not the way it looks like online. And then we click on and
Let me explain what this is. The whole purpose of this was that what they were saying was that anything that you could do in the real world, in this case, have a party or a gathering like this one and drink wine, you could do in the virtual world. All right. And this is in 2011. This was September 14, 2011 at TechCrunch Disrupt in San Francisco. And these Shaker did not win. It came in second, but it should have because I was in it. But my point is that everything that you see here, the whole point was to be able to do this in the virtual world. All right, in the virtual world they set up, and you could play this on Facebook. Shaker was a Facebook page, a Facebook environment for a couple of years.
and that's over. And we present Shaker. With Shaker, for the first time, we'll be able to socialize my. Okay, 3 weeks ago, Shaker launched private beta interview. What we want to do now is dive live to the site and start shaking. Okay, start shaking. So, okay, aim forward. Okay, and start, okay, shake. So, I'm done. So you can, okay, you're of course.
So the point he's making in the pitch and what he's pointing at in the background is on the screen at the bottom is how the environment looks on the screen and what you're able to do on it. And it was actually very much like what we were doing on stage. And the whole point again was to show people here this. Okay. If you recognize what I showed you at Second Life, right? You see how everyone had their actual photograph, their avatar, and where they are positioned. Now, of course, if you take a look at this, right, and then you go back, you would think about what we saw at Second Life. I've since quit Second Life. For this presentation, you can see that the animation technology has come some way. Let's play this.
I can share out and see what do we have in common. I can open the profile and see. So we have 4 things in common. We're friends with your profile, that's good. We're both fans of David Bowie, which is cool. And we're both saying.
Okay, so he's going through the presentation for them, and eventually the investors ask their questions about it, which you can watch the rest of it. But I think, at least I hope, that you see what I'm getting at. This is something that's doable right now. It's not pie in the sky. It's not experimental. There are people who are, as you saw earlier, doing this right now. There's other people online in their virtual world. Go to secondlife.com and join. I'm logging back in. You can be in the Butterfly Conservatory if you want. I didn't bother to check if anybody had created an environment. Let me do that right now and see if that's happened. But it this is an approach that I believe. Excuse me, turn that down a little bit. This is approach. Someone's got some great music there. This is approach that I believe can really, really save the NFL draft, because right now sponsors feel like they're taken out of it. This gives them a second life, if you like. Okay, a way to actually go and find out and create environments that best present what they would actually be doing and where they would have events in this world. For example, there are 14 destinations of clubs here. There's music, adventure, fantasy, there's games, there are beaches here. There's romantic, there's adult, there's premium. Let me take you something like a beach. Okay. You see a beach world. And it's asking me if I want to teleport to this beach world. I'm saying I do. And I'm being teleported here. Okay. To Aloha Beach. Okay. I'm going to something called Sita Bava. Well, that's the destination video, but I'm not doing that. That's YouTube. This is okay. So I'm here. All right. And I'm saying, okay. All right. So I am here. Look where I'm at. This is an interesting beach. Let me take this away. You can see where I'm at. Look at this. Let's walk forward and see what we're looking at. Pretty interesting, huh? Pretty interesting. Okay. Not exactly the most desirable beach, but it is a beach. Peaceful place. There's tires there. I don't know why these tires are here. And I suppose I could go over here and climb up this steely if I wanted to, right? Can I do that? Yeah, I'm up there. Forget it. But you get the idea. Look at it. Look at it. This is where I came from over here. You know, it's a little junky. You know. All right. There's nobody else around. There's nobody around but me. Not. Look at that though. Look at that. What is that over there? What's going on over here? You see those? You see those dealies in the distance? What is that? Are those waves or animals? What are those? Let's go over and look. See? Let's go over and look. What's going on over there? Is that a whale? What is that? What is that? Looks interesting. Or is that just a wave? It's just a wave. It's just a wave, right? See that? It's just a wave. Interesting. See? See how the waves, they're waves, man. They're waves. So they're digital waves. See that? They are digital waves. Okay? Look at this digital wave here. Something else. It's very cool. You can chat, speak, destinations, people, profile, walk, run, fly, camera controls. There are a lot of possibilities here. Okay. Again, I really believe this should be something the NFL at least takes a really serious look at, contacts the managers of the new, let's see I haven't looked at Second Life in a long time, so I don't know. to what degree it's changed, right? Let's see, Second Life. If I go to Crunchbase, yeah, Second Life Crunchbase. Let's see here. Second Life is a virtual world where users create digital personalities. It's on Crunchbase. I'm on Crunchbase, by the way. If you don't, Crunchbase is a list of tech entrepreneurs and investors. I'm one of the first group to be on Crunchbase, going all the way back to, I think Michael started that 2006. Anyway, Michael Harrington. Anyway, Second Life is a virtual world where users create digital personalities and have shared experiences and interactions. And it's based in San Francisco. Still founded in 1999. It's active. Have between 251 and 500 employees. Private. They're on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can contact them. Partners at lindlab.com. And that's as much as I'll do right there. Maybe check out the rest of it. In terms of the principles, let's see if principles are listed here. That's the overview. Second Life is called An Early YouTube Star Grows Up. That was March 5th, 2020, New York Times article. Let's see what else is here. They have, interestingly, they don't list, or maybe it's just that they don't list the minders of the company right off the bat. Let's see, lists features the company, private, and I'll do this another way rather. Second Life Crunchbase CEO. Linden Lab is the creator of. Linden Lab is best known as the creator of Second Life, and Linden Lab is a person. Linden Lab is not a person; it's a company. Linden Lab creates platforms that empower people to create, share, and monetize their own virtual experiences. So, they have had 4 acquisitions, 1 investment, and they were founded in 1999, best known as the creator of Second Life, the largest ever 3D virtual world, fueled entirely by the creations of its users. In 2013, the company expanded its product portfolio with Bloxworld, and they're currently developing a new platform as well, it reads here. And list features, rounds. Linden Lab is funded by 6 investors, including Amadar Network and Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, who Commissioner Goodell knows, watched the Super Bowl with him, if I'm not mistaken. And who else? Amadar Networks, Jeff Bezos, Benchmark, Mount Ventures, Mitch Kapor, who was in Oakland, Globespan Capital Partners, and 4 acquisitions, and 4 acquisitions, and they acquired something called Desora as well. Just looking through the news about this, they let's see here. Employees are showing high interest in wireframing, internet relay chat, and projection technology. The post-money valuation is in the range of $50 million to $100 million as of March 1st, 2006. So I think it's suffice to say it's grown beyond that. CEOs currently is Abe Altberg, don't know him, and Malcolm Dunn, it's a CFO. Jeff Peterson is the VP of Engineering. Landon McDowell is the VP of Operations and Platform Engineering. Information Security director is Katja Perlman. There's Mitch Kapor, who I actually watched the movie that we saw in Oakland, 12 Years a Slave, with Dana Evan, Bill Gurley, and Jed Smith. Okay. So there you go. Linden Lab is, so if you're watching this with the league and you want to find out who to contact, I just gave you the keys to the kingdom. Of course, all you gotta do is go to Crunchbase and you'll find out everything you know. So there you go. There's what should be, I think, the NFL's NFL draft future. All right. Subscribe to Zenny62 and check it out. Check this out. And I'll be back with my normal show tomorrow. See you.